Hello, y'all. Well, it's still June 1st, Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, June 1st, 2022 at 7:13 p.m. Oh, man, excuse me. So, the person from the past couple of days, she was gracious enough to let me stay here until Friday at least. And then, I don't know. So, thankfully, for the next couple of nights, I don't have to be back on the streets for a couple of nights. So, I don't know if I can get back into that motel on Friday. I don't know if I can get back into that motel on Friday. But if not, I cannot afford paying $600 for a whole week to stay at any hotel or motel. You know. So I was trying to get the discounted 365 rate. Well, it's not discounted. I meant to say it's the 365 weekly rate I was trying to get, because I can't go back to hospitality in extended stay hotel anymore. So well, this morning I had a difficult morning and almost was afraid I was going to get fired, and I had to deal with some workplace mobbing and hostile work environment, and me being vocal and outspoken. Oh, I can lose my job, and that's considered not professional, and I'll end up back, back jobless again, back with no job again. But the rest of the afternoon turned out to be back to normal. But um so yeah, I had a rough morning this morning, and I was severely sleep deprived, but I made it through the day. And I crashed no cars today. So, you know, I didn't crash no vehicles. So, I made it through the day. So, I had a rough morning this morning, but yeah, I can lose my job if I go into specifics or go into detail. But, I got some gang stalking activity, and workplace mobbing at work. And I'm like, damn, I just got here. And if somebody was nice and going out of their way to help me yesterday, and then today they're a whole different person towards me, it's like you're not the same person who I dealt with yesterday. It's like, what came over you overnight? So, I wish I could go into more detail, but yeah, I've got to be forced to keep my mouth shut in order to save my job opportunity. But I almost got wrongfully fired today. I don't know if I would have, but but I guess everything turned out to be, you know, back to normal. I mean, I tried to hold on, and I almost was tempted to quit today. But I felt like I know I needed, I know I needed, to try to fight for survival and a roof over my head and stuff like that. And so I am extremely tired, and I can't even talk. I hate being forced to be muzzled. If I be outspoken, then I'm fighting the system. But if I'm quiet and not saying anything, that's giving the perps what they want. Not fighting against them, but me being quiet is what giving the perps what they want, because they want us to be quiet and not speak out against everything that they're doing. So but here's another problem that I have. but Patricia Jerome, I mean, now let me back up. For Hurricane Sally, my twin sister Candy Grandpre, what she did was she tried to say, she donated me only $10 for her, what I'm going through. What I was going through with Hurricane Sally, and then I gotta know. I didn't even know she donated me $10, and then turned around and demanded a refund with just $10, and I'm her own twin. So she would have done better not donating anything at all. But that, and just so she can give false proof that, oh, I did donate to Candy, or I helped Candy and stuff like that, just so she can look good. But no, that cancels your fake donation if you took the doggone money back, and I gave it back. Now this is what happened with fake retarded Trisha. Now she's doing fake videos slandering me and making the more targeted individuals betray me and turn against me and hate me. And I think Patricia is performing heavy witchcraft on me. And using projection. I never encountered anybody in my life like her. I wish that I would have turned back the hands of time and blocked her first time commenting on my channel. So it looks like as if it was February or March when she first ever commented on my channel. I was still staying at that motel all these times, and you wait till June 1st when you think I got a check. Wait until June 1st when you think I got a check to I don't know how. Cash App did not even notify me. But I checked my bank and it said cause my bank notified me if you have recent declines. And I'm like, how and why? So then I went to look and it said Patricia Jerome was trying to use Cash App to take $180 from me. And I feel like this ain't right, because you see me homeless and struggling. You know I'm homeless. So if you're housed and you rubbing it in my face about this $100,000 a year senior management position job, why would you try to take from somebody that's already struggling? So I don't know how. If enough funds would have been in my account, she would have succeeded at stealing $180 from me. So I don't remember if it was March. It was between February and March. She donated me $180. Then another time she donated me another 100, either that or vice versa. Maybe she donated the 100 first and then another time the 180. But she was trying to be an Indian giver. And try to take that $180 back. Good thing it said non-sufficient funds. But I'm airing out. Y'all gonna give me all the thumbs down y'all want, but I'm airing y'all out. Because how the hell you gonna donate somebody money and then try to... I don't even know how she would have nearly succeeded at taking the money out of my account. And I had blocked her on Cash App and she was still able to do this to me. Now she's the one committing fraud there. And rather than... I don't know how she was able to do this. And so, both the $100 plus the $80, both of those, were used for the motel. So where was the scam? Where? If I used it honestly for the hotel room. The motel, I meant to say. That part of the $365. And $280, that don't even amount to $365. And plus, when I asked her over the phone how much you wanted to charge me to stay by you, oh, I'm just gonna, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, I'm just gonna do like the crackheads did me and charge you only $50. Don't worry about it. And then she turned around and said, well, oh, well, I was gonna charge you. Charge you nothing, but I see what you're going through and stuff. So now, when we were still here in Pensacola, and when she went to Wendy's and stuff, I gave her $100. And she's like, oh, you sure? You sure? But then she asked me for $40 for saying she needed $40 for gas money. So I gave her $100. The $40 for gas plus the $50 for the crackhead money. And whatever extra $10 miscellaneous. You know. Talking about, oh, I'm going to charge you with the crackheads doing just, I'm going to do like the crackheads and just charge you $50 a month. Now, Trisha supposedly was homeless and got out of homelessness, and I didn't even know that she was donating me money that she borrowed from her former roommate or friend or whatever. I didn't know that Trisha was donating me borrowed money. I didn't know. I mean, so if that was money, if you donated me borrowed money, then that's not yours to try to take back anyway. You know, how the hell you doing all this in the name of Jesus Christ? And talking about spiritual warfare and stuff. And you're doing all this wickedness in Jesus' name. And then first you're talking about we in the last hour. Now you're saying we in the last minute. And you call yourself being a fake prophetic preacher. But you're doing all this wickedness behind closed doors. Even out in the open, because people are blind to you perping me. As I said, you know, I thought that you would have to request a refund or something if you wanted to take that money back. But your fake donation was not genuine. And all that stuff that, you know, I couldn't take with me, you know, I thought that would have been a way of paying you back, you know, but you want to disrespectfully call it junk. I mean, you could have used a bunch of the toilet paper or paper towels and stuff, and you could have been set for good. But you just want to be diabolical and evil. So, no perp has ever done that to me before. You become I don't know. You're the worst person I ever in my life dealt with. You're worse than Lisa Ruby. Way worse than Lisa Ruby. I never encountered anybody so fucking evil and profess to be Christian. As I said, you know, you trying to, you know, that $180 you try to rob from me. You know, you didn't even get my authorization or permission to try to take that money back. And that money that wasn't yours in the first place, that you borrowed from somebody and then donate to me. I mean, it's like I didn't even know in the first place until sometime later on that I realized she was borrowing money from her former roommate. Trisha was supposedly homeless. And then claimed she was homeless on the streets for 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, how you get a car that fast? You sold out that fucking quick. At least I have, even though I almost got wrongfully fired. But, you know, I almost got wrongfully fired. But, you know, I don't know if I would have gotten fired. I don't know. But I was afraid I was going to get fired. But, you know, I had to go in the bathroom and calm down. And, you know, I ranted a bit, you know. So, I had a rough moment, you know, this morning. And as I said, I can't go into too much detail. But how the hell you going to try to... If you already rich, you got your secure housing. And as I said, I mean, I forgot whether she told me after she got down there, or if it was before she got down there, I found out that she was donating me money that she borrowed from her former roommate. You know, so, I mean, you're going to sit there and leave me to be struggling, and then you do all your own wickedness and evil, and then try to talk about Candy's getting karma for doing people dirty. No, You believe in that fake new age karma, but you're gonna reap what you sow for doing me dirty. You know, you even said before, oh, you're such, I was telling my roommate, oh, you're such a pure soul. Now all of a sudden, you're trying to destroy me. Really trying to get me taken down. So if you rob me out of $180, where am I gonna, I hope you go to jail or prison for what you did to me. Or what you try to do to me. Good thing it said non-sufficient funds. Because, I mean, then you're going to try to ensure that I'm still on the streets while struggling. You know, try to just rob me like that. And then, you know, if you getting 180, I mean, if you getting $100,000 a year that with this new job position, but you would have had to sacrifice me first in order to save your unborn baby for crumbs? But you think you're so smart. You think you got more common sense than me. You were trying to blood sacrifice me for crumbs. How pathetic and sad. $100,000 a year, that's crumbs. And then rubbing it in my face and then try to reverse it on me and make it like I'm the one who's greedy for money. You already sold your soul. So I probably would have been dead by now. I probably would be, you know, I probably, the family probably would have been having my funeral or something by now. You know, I don't know. And then all y'all would probably say, well, if anything happened to me, y'all would have been like, oh, well, Candy, you stupid. She was stupid for going down. She was stupid for going down there. You know, but I'm never going to do this again. Accept anybody's offer pretending to be a targeted individual. Pretending to be targeted and pretending to be Christian. And then, I mean, as I said, she holding anointing oil in her hand and then doing the devil horns at the same time. You got everything just twisted, and everybody needs to be warned about you, and everybody needs to stay away from you. You know, and then she pretends to be burned and hurt. When, how can you say that your roommate, that you were burned by her, when she was the one donated, giving stuff to you, giving you a place to stay? And she said you disrespected her house and was slamming things and throwing tantrums. So how the hell you acting like you try to butter me up and juice my head up talking about with your $100,000 new job, you were talking about getting me a car. And then act like you delusionally believe you're my handler. Like as if I'm too retarded to know how to take care of myself. I know how to take care of myself, but this gang stalking is what forced a lot of us targets to be poor and homeless. So, I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. So, you would rather rob me of $180, and despite me having a job, you wanted me to be on the streets for longer when I could use my Social Security money to try to get me a place. I'm sorry, it's like they're trying to sabotage every doggone thing. And this has nothing to do with me doing people dirty. People doing me dirty. People are doing me dirty. So, that how the hell you gonna money that you borrowed from me and then you gonna try to money that you borrowed from your roommate and then you gonna try to take it from me like it's as if it's yours. How did you pay her back then? As I said, this is just a big, just nasty mess. That I ended up being forced homeless, back on the streets again, Ran off from a sleep spot where I have no sleep spot. Thankfully, somebody helped me with a room for a few days. And thankfully, I get to stay here, a couple of more days. Just got a new job. Workplace mobbing already. And hostile work environment. It's like I'm a freaking woman and men are treating me like this. And you don't care, they don't even care about my suffering and what I gotta go through. They don't care. But, I wish I could say more about what I'm going through. I'm at least trying because I like the job. I do like the job. It's just assholes around me. That's all I'm gonna say.